So here's something very funny about this pumpernickel bread is I don't know if they're trying to sell me bread or if they're trying to sell me sex. Look at that. That's a really provocative picture for bread, isn't it? That's so funny. Hey everyone, my name's Alex. I'm an ex-medical student who sold all his belongings in 2012 to travel around the world. 50 countries, and the adventure continues. Good morning everyone, welcome to 8 a.m. So I got a few questions from you guys, and what you guys wanted to know is, what is a typical day for me really like, behind the scenes? So what does it take to get everything going? What does it take to survive? What are the specifics and the struggles and the challenges of getting up on the bike and driving across the world? Exactly what I'm going to show you today. And today is a very extreme example because I am in South Bolivia in the Altiplano, where there's no services, no gas, no nothing for 3 days. So get ready to see the challenges and the struggles of surviving on the road. The first struggle is that it's really cold, as you can see here. In the Altiplano, we're about 15,000 feet above sea level, so yeah, it is not warm. This is my room. I didn't get a chance to dry my towel from yesterday morning, so I'm drying it now. I have all my stuff basically scattered all over the room. Luckily, this room was completely empty last night because there's really nobody here. And it only cost me 60 Bolivians, which is about $9 US, which is pretty good. I basically used my sleeping bag because these things are not enough to keep me warm. So I go fully clothed in my sleeping bag over the covers, and that was wonderful, very warm. My stuff down here, we got the extra fuel, we got the extra water. I was so lucky last night that these people had a generator, and I actually got to charge my drone battery. So I got full drone batteries ready to go. So last night I edited on my laptop, I dumped all my cards, I charged everything, so I'm ready to go for 3 days. I always have my sandals there ready to go. I'm currently wearing my pants, as you can see, and I got a nice thermal layer under me. Alright, now I'm going to show you exactly where I'm staying. It's kind of weird. As you can hear, they wake you up at 8 in the morning with this crazy music to kind of get you out. Cultural, as they can say. Can you hear it? So this is the little house that I stayed at. And what happens is the tours come in here and they basically have all the people stay inside here. So there's a nice view of the lake over there. There's terrible music blaring at 8 in the morning. This is where the people stay. And there's even a little kitchen. And here's the outside. Funny enough, our bathroom is actually outside the building, which sucks when it's cold and when you go to the bathroom at night. So I stayed at a quite populated place today, which is next to the thermal baths, which are over there. So this is a lot of people for this area. And here's a motorcycle parked next to this little adobe-looking house. The next hardest part is actually getting the bike ready, and that's putting everything on, is just packing everything and just making it work. So here's one thing you may not realize when you travel, is that you should always take multivitamins, and I always take one every morning because you don't always get the nutrition that you need. Yeah, so you want to stay healthy on the road, definitely take multivitamins when you travel. And I always carry this emergency vitamin C thing because you don't want to get sick when you travel. Anyway, the aspects of travel you usually don't think about is your health. You never know who's gonna climb on your motorcycle, huh? The kids from here are just like, they just roam wild. And one aspect most people don't think about is I usually have to do some sort of repair for the motorcycle or for my helmet or some sort of gear before the day starts. It's a very common thing to have to fix stuff. Usually takes me quite a while to get out the door sometimes, just to kind of make sure everything's ready to go. As always, I gotta check the air pressure and to make sure everything's good, especially here at high altitude. Alright, welcome to breakfast, which is peanut butter and jelly and pumpernickel bread. When you travel to Bolivian Altiplano, this is about the best food you're going to get, because there's nothing here. Usually you have to use water very sparingly, and a little trick to not having to wash anything is just lick it until it's gone. That's a lazy way of saving water. Look at this cute little kid who's playing around my bike. Cute. It's kind of hard to watch these kids because these are the types of kids that never leave these places, and they don't go to school, and they grow up here their entire life. So I don't want to say it's sad, but it's certainly a different way of life here in South Bolivia. Also get is actually having a little fun on a motorcycle. It's a different type of life out here. So the bike is now packed. It takes me about an hour each day to do it. As you see, it's almost like a leaning tower of Pisa. Much stuff on there. It's pretty intense. Wait, so I'm gonna get on the road here and hopefully it'll be a nice day. Alright, decided to take a little break off the bike in the middle of nowhere and check it out. Isn't that cool? Look at that, all the wonderful minerals. So to give you an example of where I am, there's the bike, and I'm going to give you a 360 because there's absolutely nothing around me. No roads, no directions, nothing. Look at that. I'm the only human here. That is awesome. I love being in the middle of nowhere. That's why I love the motorcycle, because I can go anywhere I want. Alright, so a question I get a lot is, how do I navigate and where do I choose where to go? So every morning I usually just wake up, I jump on Google Maps, and I kind of decide the route I'm going to do. Basically, I just look at a map and I kind of figure out from the terrain and the landscape what's going to be more interesting visually. Make a wrong turn, or I don't like what I'm doing, I just turn around and I take another route. I'm recently using this app called iOverlander, and it's pretty good too. It actually shows routes that Google Maps doesn't have. So today I'm on one of those routes where it shows up on iOverlander, but it doesn't show up on Google Maps. Every morning I just kind of wake up and I say, what do I feel like doing today? And that's how I kind of figure out my routes. Some research online before to see the sites, to see what I should stop at, and I kind of go from there. Road, if it's really nice, I just keep going at it. Ooh, I was choking on a peanut M&M. Woo! Alright, I think I'm gonna, fuck, I can't even speak anymore. I'm choking, I can't speak. Alright, this view is pretty awesome, so I'm gonna bust out the drone, and I'm gonna drive and fly. I cannot believe this. I thought I was in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden, this little town comes up. They even have a soccer field. That's crazy. I really thought I was in the middle of nowhere, but I guess I was wrong. It's almost like a little town lost in time. What the heck are those? It's like bomb shelters. One giant speed bump. Okay. Look at that soccer field. It's green. That is so funny. This is truly one of the more funky places I've ever been to. This little place is called Quintana something. So I just had a really nice and friendly conversation with a local here, and she just basically came up to me and started talking to me, which is really cool. So I filmed her a little bit on the GoPro, very secretly, but the moment I busted out the big camera, she basically just ran away. One thing about Bolivia and the people is that they don't like to be on camera. They don't like to be taken pictures of. It's understandable because there's so many tourists here. Imagine somebody coming at you and taking pictures of you every single day. It's pretty annoying. It was very nice. She has 2 kids. She's lived here her entire life in this little town. It's crazy. And she's actually building this new hotel for tourism. So apparently a lot of tours come by through here. So her daughter actually takes care of the other hotel, and she's making another hotel. So So it's interesting to hear the life stories of some of these people here in these towns. As always, if you're wondering what's for lunch today, well, a very cold can of soup and potato chips. So this is my lunch today. This is what I like to call camping food, and this is basically what I got. So check it out. This is where I'm having my lunch. I found a little building that has a little bit of shade, which is always very nice. And I was looking in here, and this is where that lady's making that hotel. It takes them forever to build something here. Look at that. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's llama meat that's just kind of hanging there, open to the environment. I don't know if they're drying it. I don't know if they got salt on it. I have no idea. So please excuse my hair. It is day 2 with no showers. This day's been very tough. It's been very dusty. So when cars pass you, it just literally leaves like a whole layer of dust. So it's just basically been caking itself on all day long, and it's been pretty rough. So this route I'm doing now is actually the easternmost route that you can do here in the Bolivian Altiplano, and I'll show you a map of what it is. When I finish this route, I'm actually really excited because I would have driven almost every single road of the Bolivian Altiplano. This is my 4th time here in my life, which is way more than most people. It's really great to have the ability and the experience to say which route is better and see it all, because most people don't get to see it all. So it's kind of exciting to have conquered the Altiplano in its complete form after 7-8 years of coming here back and forth. So if you're wondering what it is to survive one of the most remote places on earth, no showers, you got to eat where you can, you got to stay at these rinky-dinky little villages, and that's the experience. That's the challenge of doing something like this. So you just have to smile and laugh, and on you go. It's just part of the adventure. Alright, looks like we got a little bit of a river crossing today. Just got into town here and I'm trying to look for a place to sleep. Oh, I finally found the place. What a nightmare in this little town. Like every single place was taken. I went to like 6 different places and they were all taken. It's like the most popular little town here in South Bolivia. Bike's over there in the little corner. Gonna unpack, eat, relax, sleep. I'll give you a very quick tour of my wonderful hostel for 40 Bolivians, which is like $7 US. Look at that. Not bad. Bathroom's a little rinky-dinky. But what do you want for $7? Not bad. And there's lights, there's electricity, which is great. Alright, anyway, thanks for joining me for the adventure today. See you tomorrow. Oh, this bike's so sketchy when it's full. It almost looks like it's gonna fall.